Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making hot chocolate bombs. So let's get started. To make these, you'll need semi-sweet chocolate, hot chocolate mix, mini marshmallows, and anything you want to decorate them with. A best practice would be to temper our chocolate, and doing that will give you a shiny chocolate ball that won't melt in your fingers, so you can give these as gifts. If you don't want to temper it though, you can skip this step. First, get a bowl. I want like an inch or so of water. Put that over medium heat. Let it come to a simmer. I'm gonna chop 6 ounces of a nice chocolate up. I have made this with chocolate chips, but if you're tempering your chocolate, it's easier to do with a bar, I tell ya. Listen to this. You hear that? When you see the shine on the chocolate here and it's not melting in my fingers, that means it has a temper. It's in the right crystalline order, and we can get that temper back after melting it by just following a couple easy steps. You don't need to use your double boiler situation. You can do this in the microwave. We're gonna transfer our chocolate into a bowl, and that bowl will fit on top of the simmering water. My chocolate's chopped, that water is simmering, I can hear it, and the one thing you want is a digital thermometer. It comes in so handy. This is my new one, I love it. I'll put a link in the description box. All right, we're gonna place this onto that simmering water and keep stirring it and maintaining that temperature because it needs to be low heat. It can't go above 90 degrees, that's our goal. And if things don't go according to plan, that's okay. We can fix it with some extra chocolate. It's called seeding your chocolate. So my chocolate got too hot. It's like almost 110 degrees, needed to be just at 90. That's okay. What you do is you get some extra chocolate. This chocolate will cool that chocolate and also give it the crystal structure it needs. I'm gonna take some extra chocolate, mix it in there. The next step is just to stir it until it reaches 82 degrees. Chocolate is cold. Oh my gosh, it happened. Get a piece of parchment paper out, this is a small one, and you're just going to swipe a little bit of chocolate on top, pop this into the fridge for 2 minutes or so, and that's the test. If it's shiny and crisp, the temper worked. If it's not, and it's kind of just like this, like it doesn't harden, well, it didn't work. So it's not tempered once again, so I just ate the evidence, don't tell anybody. I'm gonna measure out how much chocolate this is. 150 grams divided by 3 is 50 grams. The rule is, if I forgot, you have to have 1/3 of the weight of the chocolate going in to seed. And if it doesn't work this time, we're just gonna make them not tempered. It's okay. Warm that chocolate up just a little bit. It's in the low 90s. So now we're going to mix this in. Just mix until it's melted. This will cool the chocolate down as well. And then just like that, you'll have chocolate that's in temper. It's shiny. It's pretty hard. It's absolutely not in temper. All right, this is really shiny. Let's see. It's not tempered. Let's see if this is in temper. Ah, So the key is just to make sure you don't melt the chocolate above 90 degrees. If you're using a double boiler, it's just on the double boiler for like a minute. Turn it off and use that residual heat as needed. If you're in the microwave, 15-second half power bursts. Now that our chocolate is melted and in temper, all we have to do is use a spoon and transfer a bit of chocolate to each of these little hemispheres. Don't worry about getting a perfect edge here. We're gonna fix that with a little heat and magic. Just use your spoon to work the chocolate up the side of the well. Remove the excess because you don't want too much. This makes 3 hot chocolate bombs, but if you have extra chocolate, you can just kind of keep it on the side, and as soon as these are ready to pop out, make the rest. Once they're all covered, just go back over the edge and make sure that the very top has enough chocolate because you want it to be thin, but if it's too thin, it's gonna be a nightmare. So just give it a little once over right at the edge. Your last step, take a look in the light and you're gonna see, uh-oh, I have a couple of soft, like little tiny spots here that need just a drop of chocolate. So for me, a lot of the tips because my spoon is pointed. Next step is the hot chocolate mix. You can definitely use the prepackaged stuff, but I actually don't have any, so just make your own. 1/2 of a cup of cocoa powder. I'm also gonna use 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. In you go. And a nice pinch of salt. This gives it a bit of contrast. Just give it a good whisk, and it's that easy. Look at that, we made our own hot chocolate mix in like 5 seconds. It's gonna be delicious too. It's time to assemble, but these beautiful tempered domes have a rough edge. Grab a pan, we just need it warm, not hot. It's a cold day in the kitchen, so I'm also gonna grab a trivet. Part of the magic of these hot chocolate bombs is seeing the marshmallows pop up. Mini marshmallows are best. You could use the colorful kind, but these are tropical fruit flavored. That's not for me. We also need a stand for our hot chocolate bombs, so you could use a circle cutter or even a little cupcake paper will work. Let's take our pan onto the trivet. Let's carefully remove our first dome, and look at this beautiful dome. So pretty. Place this onto your warm pan. It'll immediately melt the chocolate. We're gonna fill each of our domes up with about 2 tablespoons of our cocoa powder and a nice mound of some marshmallows, and carefully close it up. Just like that. The last step is to use your finger or any kind of a tool just to smooth that edge out. It's all done. And look, no fingerprints on here because we tempered the chocolate. It's also not gonna melt at room temperature. I'm so happy about this. So the best thing to do is actually melt one side at a time. Gives you a perfect edge and it glues it together. So we're melting the chocolate. 1, 2. So the marshmallows, you wanna not get them onto the very edge because that will impede the gluing of your 2 hemispheres together. So you can see all this stuff is just gonna get melted away. Plop that on. The best practice is really not to use your finger. It's just to use any kind of a knife or palette knife and wipe away the excess chocolate. Now you can decorate this with a little bit of extra chocolate. You can use some white chocolate on them. I actually have a tiny bit of candy melt that I'm going to drizzle over, but we need to grab some sprinkles too. I want my favorite confetti sprinkles. So for my decoration, I'm just gonna pipe a little bit of white chocolate or candy melt, and then we're going to add some sprinkles. I love the way that looks. So we're just going to drizzle this across the top and quickly add your sprinkles. Time for some hot chocolate bomb magic. Get that milk screaming hot. Dip your hot chocolate ball into a big cup. Once your milk is nice and hot, pour it right over that chocolate ball. Yes, look at it all came apart. Give that a nice stir, and now the chocolate and that hot cocoa mix are melting together, and you're gonna have the most delicious and dramatic hot chocolate ever. That is the best hot chocolate ever. If you like this video, check out my chocolate playlist.